if you've watched me before, you've always heard me say that the prep work is the most important. Just like anything in construction, when you're building it, if your walls are not straight, I don't care what you do with the drywall, the plastering, the painting, you just can never correct it. So it's really important to fix every step along the way. So we've spent a lot of time making sure that all the foundational work is done well, and now when it gets on to finishing, we want to make sure we prep things right before the painting happens. Now we're wrapping up the dining room here. Some really cool detail in here. Put this beadboard paneling as a wainscoting, so you can see this stuff here. I found this at Brenlo. Brenlo is a great trim supplier, and I love some of the trim they have. They just started making this beadboard in different sizes. So this one is about 3/4 inch beads, and you can see they lap over each other. Once they're installed, you get this beautiful look on the wainscoting on the walls. Now Benny is the installer from Marciano's, and he's done all the trim work in this house. This is where he stopped. He's been kind enough to get these two last pieces ready for me. He's got them cut. He's even got the chair rail cut and ready to go. So, simple thing. All you need is some adhesive, some wood glue, nail gun, a nut driver or a screwdriver here, and I'm going to show you how all those come into play. And I'll just show you how simple it is to apply this to the wall. So a bead of caulking or adhesive. In this case, I'm using PL adhesive. The panels go into place. I like to slide them up and down to make sure that they set into the glue. We'll use a cordless nailer, and I'm just going to go on the inside here where they overlap, so we have less nails to fill when it comes to the prep work. And I'm going to put a couple on this end to hold this end down. One there and one there. Lastly, this final piece should be cut to size. We're going to make sure it goes in. And that's in as well. A couple of nails. Then it's time for the chair rail. The chair rail is also from Brenlo, and it was about 2.5 inches deep. I had him cut it down so that it's only about 1 inch deep. You get about 5/8 of a ledge underneath that caps onto here. We're going to glue the joints because all the miters should be glued for a nice strong hold so that it doesn't come apart. Once we get what's left of this glue out, and we get that into place. Once we get that miter lined up, we're going to put a couple of nails in, and once the nails are in, we're going to drive a screw in to hold it tight against the wall. So one nail on this side, one nail here, and then these screws are pre-drilled at every point where there's a stud, and that makes sure of two things. Number one, it's pulled tightly against the wall so you don't have this gap cracking. Number two, this is a great place to put the screw in because it's easier to fill on this top part. You don't want to fill on the profile because that profile is hard to sand, so it hides it better right there. That's it. That's all you got for the look. I noticed here it's holding out a little bit. You can always fix all this stuff with another nail. There we go. And it's time for prep work. Next thing, go around the house, fill all the nail holes, sand them smooth, make sure they don't shrink and become concave. Sometimes they need a second application. If you do that now, the painting will turn out to be pristine.